Good evening. My name is Salud, and tonight I'm delighted to share another roleplay I've written for you. Thank you for listening and sharing your time with me. Please like this video if you like it, and subscribe so you can be notified when I've written a new story for you. Now, let's begin. The countryside rolls by through the carriage window. You see soft green hills and pumpkin patches, with a sagging windmill watching over them all. Cows with black spots graze peacefully in fields that your commander ordered you to fight for. It feels like a dream, and your mind is detached, floating. Despite how surreal things are, your breath will not quicken and your heart cannot race. The memory of panic lingers in your awareness, floating through your psyche to supply context. There is a soft, pleasant weight on your shoulder, and the dark hair of the necromancer, your necromancer, spills across it like black ink. She is sleeping on you, her arm linked in yours and slumped over like a stuffed animal. The carriage wheels go over a large bump, causing your world to rattle and your necromancer to awaken. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I fall asleep? I didn't mean to. I just felt so safe. You have a wonderful presence. How are you feeling? I'm supposed to keep checking in with you. The first days as a risen can be confusing. I'll make sure I stay close when we get to the palace. Can I draw up a bodyguard contract for you to look over? Great. Hey, look. The city is coming up. Do you see the palace on the mountainside? They'll have to haul the carriage up on the platform. But it's exciting. Everything gets smaller and the air turns thin and cool. We may get a few stares once we're inside. The nobles and servants aren't used to me yet. Since it's been so long since we've had a war, necromancers aren't very common. Oh, how long? Darling, I don't want to alarm you, but it's been about 50 years. You're lucky it was so cold where you were. Otherwise, you'd just be a skeleton. The rest of the trip passes in silence as the weight of the years settles in your mind. Your necromancer, Sherez, leads you through grand palace halls while you contemplate. You're shown to a warm wash basin and wash up, marveling at the injuries you can see but don't feel. Plain, comfortable clothes are left out for you, linen pants and a shirt, embroidered with a dark thread. Looking in the mirror is reassuring, a reminder that you're still yourself. There's a polite knock at the door, and your necromancer glides into the room after you give her permission to enter. A dark gown hangs off her figure and pools at her feet, embroidered with pearls and shaped by layers of black crinoline. Hello, dear. Are you clean? Let's embalm you then. Please, hop up onto the table. The white porcelain will be cold. I'm sorry. Let's have a look at you. Ah, perfect. I'm going to mix you up a little cocktail, okay? Every risen has different needs. Some need a bit of color, especially in the event of liver failure, or they need help to get fluid through their arterial systems. Necromancers create a custom embalming fluid for each one. Are you ready? I promise this won't hurt. I know you're a strong soldier, but medical things can be scary for anyone. But you're going to feel amazing afterwards. There will be no stiffness in your joints, and you'll move like you did when you were alive. There. Yeah. Perfect. Your arteries are great. Oh, I'm so lucky. I drew up a contract while you were in the bath. I thought we could do 6 months to start, to see if you like being my bodyguard. And the Empress will pay you, so you're not my employee and my risen. That might be too much. You'll have a cozy room that attaches to mine. But get this, it's attached through a secret door. Isn't that neat? I hope you don't mind me chattering at you. If you'll be my bodyguard, you'll hear a lot of that. I enjoy the company of risen more than nobles, I'm afraid. But you'd see lots of politics and beautiful dresses. Do you dance? I could teach you, and we could dance at balls. The banquet hall is so special. The chandelier looks like the solar system, and it scatters light like rain across the dance floor. Everything spins. Right. There. I've got your wound stitched up, and the fluid is in. I think you're all done for now. We can trim your hair if you like. Will you come with me to walk through the gardens? The trees are in bloom, and the Empress has been importing all kinds of different moths for her moth collection. She has one the size of a dinner plate, with gray wings. The nobles say she spies with it, but I think that's silly. It landed on my lap one afternoon, as docile as an old cat. I wanted to touch its wings and play with it, but I think there's an important dust or coating on them. So I just admired it. Sometimes that's all you can do with beautiful things. Just appreciate and look. Speaking of beautiful things, I had your sword and armor cleaned up. Though if you agree to be my bodyguard, we would have the emblem changed. My sigil is 4 beating hearts. It's a long story. And the Empress would be represented with a crown, naturally. If you come walk with me, we can get a better idea of what your day-to-day would be like. Court isn't being held today, or for the next few days. But I must warn you, it's quite boring. I mostly stand at attention unless the Empress needs advice. Necromantic problems rarely come to the attention of the court, unless a vampire attacks. Oh, you're nodding your head. How wonderful. Thank you. Please, why don't you take my arm? You have a fantastic smile, you know that? We're going to have such a wonderful time. We'll have a picnic together after in the sunshine. That's very fashionable right now. Of course, we'll do that if you decide regardless to be my bodyguard or not. Thank you. You look great, by the way. I'll be waiting by the door. Okay? And that's where we'll leave off for now. As always, thank you for sharing your time with me. I hope I was able to help you sleep, or at the very least, help you relax. You're important, and I want you to know that I'm wishing good things for you. I'm proud of you for working hard, like I know you are. But I'm proud of you for taking breaks, too, so please be gentle and rest well. Good night.